So E for part A is going to be expenses are going to be less than 1,475. So if I recall, expenses is going to be 825 plus 3.25n less than 1,475. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to get our coins together. So minus 825 here, minus 825 here. It's going to be gone. 3.25n is going to be less than, and subtract this, 0.5 would be 650. Okay. Divide by 3.25, divide by 3.25. This is going to be gone. Do a little bit of work here. So 650 plus the 2 zeros for the swoop. Wait a minute. I like this one. This is going to go in exactly 2 times, isn't it? 225 times 2. That is exactly 650. So that's 0. We bring down the 0. It's going to be another 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Bring down the other 0. So it turns out that n is going to be less than 200 in that case. Now they ask us, this next part, to graph these. And we're going to graph these is dealing with the number line. Now we're going to remember when we graphed these, we had a number line here. And we have our 0, and we've got 200. So to remember, this is going to be a less than. So we conclude that, remember, it's going to be an open circle or closed circle at this point. So because it's a less than, not an or equal to, we're going to have an open circle here. Okay, and it's pointing to the left in that case. We're going to go all the way here. Now we are going to stop here at this point at the 0. We're not going to go all the way to the negatives because you can't really sell negative cakes. So go down to this. So if he wants expenses to be less than $1,475, you got to sell less than 200 cakes in that case. For B, income is going to be greater than 1,640. So remember, income was 8.20n. It's going to be greater than 1,640. So in this case, what we need to do is just go ahead and do a straight division. 8.20 divided by 8.20. It's going to be going, and it's going to be greater than 1,640. And the 2 swoops, 1, 2. So we can divide by 820. Hey, I like this one too. Look at this. Because if I did 820 times 2, just test that. 820 times 2. There it is. Look at that. Exact same thing. So it's going to go in 2 times here. 640, 0. Bring down my 0. 820 into 0 is going to be 0. Bring down my 0 again. It's the same process. Look at that. So it turns out that in this case, for income to be greater than $1,640, the number of cakes they need to sell is greater than 200. So for a number line to graph on that, in this case, remember we have got our 0 here and our 200 here. It's going to be an open circle. And this one's pointing to the right. And we can just continue to go on that way. So any cakes numbering greater than 200, their income will be greater than 1,600 for sure. All right, last one. P is going to be greater than 800, or profit is greater than 800. So that's what we have here. So now we have to go back and remember that equation that we set up earlier from our previous work. So we did a lot of work to figure that. Remember, in this case, this is what profit was equal to this guy. We did that plugging in to sort that out. So in this case, we're going to be plugging that in for here. So I'm going to have 4.95n minus 825 is going to be greater than 800. Okay, so we're looking at in this case. So you brought it over here and plugged it in just like that. So we got our pouches alone over here. Coins are going to be moving around. Now this is a minus 825, so we need to add it to both sides. It's going to cancel, so we got 4.95n. It's going to be greater than. I need to add these guys, remember, because this was already a negative. Add to both sides. So 5, 2, and 1,625. Okay. So now what we need to do is we're going to do some division. So 4.95 divided by 4.95 on both sides. So n is going to be greater than, so here we go, let's put it up here, 1,625 with 2 zeros for our swoops. All right, so if it was a 400, it would go into that 4 times. This is almost 500, so I believe it's probably going to go in, let's try 3 times. So 495 times 3 going to be a 15, 27, 28, 12, 13, 14. All right, so here we go. So it's going to be 3 times 1,485. Hope I'm doing that right. So I'm going to have a 0 come down. It's going to be 4, 140. That comes in there. All right. So 3 times was 1,485, so we don't have enough. So we definitely need to go in 2 times in this case. So let's try to do 495 times 2. It's going to be 1819. So 990. That's going to be 13, so it'll be 410. The last 0 to bring down. Okay, so this is a bigger number for sure. 495, it's almost 500. Going to that, could be close to, well, if it was 500 going to that, oops, totally made a mistake there. Multiplying it times 8, 495 times 8 in this case, not 5, 40, 72, 76, 32, 39. Okay, so 8 times 3,960. 0, 4, 240. Let's go decimal point just to clarify this guy here. 2040. Haven't really gotten that part yet. Let's see. Well, actually, it would be close to that. It'd be 5 times to get close to that. So it's probably 4 times. 495 times 4. 3638. 16. Doesn't feel right. Let's see. Can't write my writing here. You know what? I went back and looked and I saw my error. This was going to be a 0, so it ends up being a 1 like that. Okay? So 140. So that's going to go in just 2 times in this case. So up there is going to be that 990, which is the same as we had here. So it'll be 0.2, but we cancel particate. So they definitely need to be greater than 328 in that case. And for our graph, what we would do, 0 and 328, we want profit to be greater than that, greater than 100, so they would need to have an open circle here and going that way. They would need to make 328 cakes. All right, so I know that was a lot. The very, very last problem in investigations tend to be a little bit bigger, but we can review it in the Google Meets and talk through it some more there. But otherwise, let's take a look at the ACE work for this assignment. You're going to be working on questions 30 through 34. Let's take a look. All right, so for 30, you see expenses E and income I for making and selling t-shirts with the school logo. There's those 2 equations. You're going to be working through the exact same situation we did here in class. So breaking even, suppose 50 shirts, is there a profit or loss? Suppose income is 1,200. Same kind of questions there along the way. Number 31, International Links long distance company. Phone company charges no monthly fees, but charges 18 cents per minute for long distance calls. So there's no monthly fee, or there's no startup, but there's that 18 cents a minute. So you'd be able to work with these and create equations in that case. We can write inequalities that go with that. 32, 2 cell phone companies have different charges per month. So you have to read through these and sort those out and see if you were paying for a plan, which one would you purchase? Which one's going to be higher or lower? Making those decisions there. 33, students at Hammond Middle School are raising money for end of the year school party. They decide to sell roses for Valentine's Day. Students can buy roses for 50 cents each from a wholesaler. They also need $60 to buy ribbon and paper products to protect the roses as well as materials there. So they sell each rose for $1.30. So that's their cost or their expenses. This is their income. So you're making those equations and doing the break-even process just like we did. And what's their profit for 50, 100, or 200 roses? And in 34, Ruth considers buying a cell phone from 2 different companies. Here's plan A, 32 times in, and plan A also has that information there. So company B is 36 plus 26 in, where n is those costs. So graph both of these on the same set of axes. What's the point of intersection? All right, so hopefully we'll see you guys at the Google Meets, and we can talk through some of these as well. All right, see you next time. Bye-bye.